welcome to our webinar today. My name is Dr. Heather Wensler, and following today's presentation, I will provide my contact info should you ever have any questions or need to reach out to me. But I did want to thank you for joining today. Enjoy. So if you're like me, you've been using Google for an awfully long time, and you probably have hundreds, maybe even thousands of files. And we don't want you to go and try to convert all of those to Microsoft. That's not a great use of your time, and who really would want to? So I'm going to show you how you can bring those files directly into Teams so that you don't have to worry about that. So here's how it works. Once you've entered your team, your class, you're going to click on Files. There's a few things that I'm going to show you here, the first of which is how to connect your existing cloud storage accounts, not just Google. Of course, this all depends on your district and what they have turned on and allowed for you. So many of you, especially in Northern California, are going to have some Google access most likely. So you're going to open your files and you're going to select cloud storage. Now, before I do that, let's just take a look. Here I'm in the general channel. But I can also do that based on the different channels that I've created. So if I, for example, have a tab for my language arts, I can add language arts files and math or related arts, depending on the topic of each channel. I'm just going to stick to the general channel for this demonstration. So I click on Files, and in order to link over my Google account, I'm going to click Add Cloud Storage, and then I have some options. If you're currently a Microsoft user, you can link your existing SharePoint files. If you have a Dropbox personal or your school account, you can link that. And again, here's our Google Drive. So I'm going to click Google Drive. And then I choose, it's going to ask me to sign in. So I'm going to sign in with my existing account, enter my password. So if I have multiple accounts with Google, I'm just going to need to add each storage. Make sure that you do click allow, otherwise it won't work. It's going to take you to your Google site, and here are the different folders that I have created, and it's going to ask me to open the file or the folder that I wish to link. So I'm going to click on the name of the folder, and let's see, we'll do my Animal Farm files. Once I've got the folder that I want, I click Add Folder. And here it is. It will appear. So it shows that it's linked over from Google Drive. I can click on it, and any of the files that were in that folder are going to be here so that I can share them with my students. Now, the important thing here is that these, unless they're PDF, are editable by the people who are in your team, so by your students. So when a student opens the file, it's not read-only. So how would I fix that? It's actually quite simple. What I would need to do is go back into my Google Drive and make sure that I set my permissions to read only. So that might take a little bit of time, but once it's done for good. So just keep that in mind. Other things that you can do. Now, before, in order to upload a file, I would have had to go out to Google Drive, or go out to Box, or go out to Dropbox and load it and then bring it in. Or if I wanted to create a new file, for example, a new Word document, I would have to go out, open Microsoft Word, either online or the desktop, and then create the document. But here with Teams, we want to make this as easy as possible, kind of a one-stop shop. You can keep yourself organized by creating different folders to store your documents within. You can also create Excel workbooks, PowerPoints, OneNotes, even forms for quizzes. You can create them directly within Teams without even leaving. So what does that look like? Well, let's create a Word document together. So we're going to create the document and give it a title and click Create. What it's going to do, notice I'm still in Teams here. I haven't left Teams. It's opening Microsoft Word, the web-based app. So all of the different abilities that Microsoft Word has become available within my document. So I have all of my same Word toolbars. I can open this in the desktop app. Here I can choose whether I'm editing or simply adding comments. I can add comments. I can invite others to join me right now having a conversation. It has editor, which is fantastic. I can even dictate. So I can talk and it will transcribe as we go. So whatever I'm typing here, others can see. So this is a great tool for collaboration. Your students can join onto this document. So just like in a Google Doc, but we didn't have to leave Teams to go create and edit the doc together. When I'm satisfied, I click close. It's going to take me right back to my files, and here's the document. So a great way to save time so that you don't have to recreate the wheel and reinvent yourself. You can link over your Google Cloud storage. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 1 of Did You Know? Thank you for joining me today. I hope you were able to learn more about Microsoft's products. My contact info is on the screen should you have any questions at all. On my website, you can schedule small and large group trainings or even one-to-one consultations. I have also provided a link to access all of my Microsoft webinars on my YouTube playlist. My email is also posted, and I encourage you to follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with all the latest Microsoft news. Thanks again for joining, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Cheers.